Hey guys, obviously there's nobody watching and my microphone stand is a piece of shit, but yeah. How you guys doing? It's Death Cab from yeah, there we go. Alright, I'll just hold it, fuck it. Alright, well, alright, let's try to get this to work. Alright, having some technical difficulties here, guys. Oh, yeah, there for a second. Let's see right about now. Okay, well, not too sure if y'all can hear me, but that's fine. Alright. I don't want to join. Alright, well. Alright. Alright guys, well, even if nobody joins, I'm still trying to get the hang of this, so I got some stuff I kind of wanted to talk about regarding our music and, the direction that we're currently headed, stuff that's been going on with me and Death Machine in our lives and shit like that, So, yeah, don't know if I'll be able to record this or anything or post it, but yeah, let's get into it. So, yeah, I'm Death Cab. I'm a rapper from around here. I live in Port Richard right now. Yeah, you guys know me if you follow my music and all that. You kind of know what I've been doing and what I'm about and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, let's just get into it. So, we got some new projects coming out. We're working on an album or a mixtape, whatever you want to call it. It's called Death Drive. It's kind of like not really a sequel to Dark Energy, which is the last project, the last full-length thing that I did. It's more just like a continuation of that kind of same sound that we kind of captured and harnessed on that. So if you guys really like Dark Energy, then you can expect those kinds of things for Death Drive. There is a 3-song EP. We're doing 3 EPs, kind of like we did with the Dark Energy stuff. So if you guys like that kind of format, that's what we'll be doing. The first one is out now. It's unmixed because we have somebody that's going to be doing that kind of stuff for us moving forward. But it's on SoundCloud. It's called Mutual Combat. And for those of you who don't know where I'm from, it's a mutual combat state. So basically what that means is you ask someone to engage in mutual combat with you. And if they say yes, then, well, you guys throw hands and, it's mutual. So nothing happens and you guys settle it and then it's good. So we kind of took that idea and we spelt it like Mortal Kombat and used Mortal Kombat samples. So if you like that game and you like that concept, then I think you'll really like that. It's got a tasty beat on there. Shout out Tasty and Kasky and all those guys. They've been really grinding it, doing it for way longer than I have, so I got a lot of respect for them. Finally got to work with Tasty. So yeah, that song's out. It's called Wait on It, and then the other one is Candyman. We did some cool shit there. So if you guys like that Memphis kind of funk style, that's a track like that. Yeah, we got a couple more little EPs of the songs that are forthcoming. So yeah, well, you guys can see about that. Yeah, so SDC stands for Stray Dog Coalition, and that's actually an idea that Death Machine had, and he it's not quite a label, but coalition is a good term for it. We're trying to build up other artists around us that we like and are good and are kind of on the same wavelength. So we're looking to build up people in our area and eventually expand that. So if you are a local rapper who would like to work with me or Death Machine on, you know, production, beats, promotion, music, anything that in that realm, that sphere, you can, I'll put my email in the description, and you can reach out to us through DM and all that kind of stuff, and we'll try to get in touch and link up. Yeah, so that's kind of what that means. It's kind of like a label, but not really. It's more just a brand, just a umbrella that we can kind of, monetize and do shit under. Um, it Yeah, it was very naturally. We were talking about like dogs. There's like a lot of rappers around here. Some of them are really good. Some of them are really trash, and all those kind of trash people are probably going to get euthanized here in the next forthcoming years because we're kind of trying to do a mass extinction of all the hate and all the disgusting shit around our area that we really despise. So, we're going to be trying to get rid of those people and try to, really drain the swamp, as some of those people might even say. But you know where I stand on all that. But yeah, so that's kind of what Startup Coalition is all about. So if you like to build and you like to market and build relationships and stuff, you can reach out to us, and we'll definitely try to work with you. Something else that I wanted to talk about is, I guess we could start at the beginning. So a couple of years ago, I was talking with one of my favorite producers in the game right now, and that kind of stuff, and we've been trying to build up like a rapport, I guess you might say, and do work together and kind of build a relationship up. So we've been working on that, and I've had a pretty good, very good actually, process and relationship with those people. So hey, hello. If you're just joining, I'm just kind of talking about my music shit, talking about new projects, all that kind of stuff. My name's Death Cab. If you like my music, that's cool. If not, you're welcome to hang out. Yeah, so, just kind of talking about Tasty Beats and working with them, and it's been a great process, and so shout out to them and everything they've been doing. Yeah, we're going to try to do some more stuff in the future, so all that kind of stuff. We're going to be making some music and hopefully building our relationship further. I met actually Tasty and Kasky when I went to their show in October of this year. It was at Chop Suey, and for one reason or another, their music was really good, their performance was great, but the sound in the venue was kind of having some technical difficulties, and you could tell they were kind of having a little bit of a hard time, but they pushed through it, killed it. I did pay for a meet and greet, so I got to meet those guys and kind of meet one of my idols for the first time, and talk to them about what he's done and all that kind of stuff, and inspiration, motivation, all that kind of shit. So that was really cool, and he gave me a lot of good advice. I got a CD, got that shit signed, the whole thing, bought a bunch of merch, really had a great time, even though that was kind of, on the venue side, it was lacking, and everybody kind of knew that. So, I got to meet those guys, all their crew, really, really get to see the people that I've been looking up to online and kind of see how they interact with people and move, in real life, and they are 100% legit. They are real people, and yeah, I respect them for saying what they're going to do and doing that. So yeah, hopefully we can continue to work in the future and get some stuff done. I did get a pretty big opportunity to play out of country for a show. Unfortunately, I had to turn it down because I'm not in a current financial state where I could do that. But that's something super cool that I'm hoping to do in the future, is to take this shit internationally. So that'd be sick. Yeah, I'd also played my first show on the 26th of June this year at the Fun House, and because I had been working or been attempting to work with Tasty, I gotten some other connections that led to me getting this show. And this show, unlike the other one, was run beautifully. It was thrown together. I had to sell tickets. I didn't really live up to that side, but everybody kind of cut us a break because I knew it was last minute. So, that being said, the last minute stuff, yeah, was kind of frustrating. But once we got to the show and that kind of closer and like preparing for that, we had our shit together. So we went out and killed it. It was on a Wednesday, so not a very big turnout. The headliner was really cool. All the acts were really cool except for the first guy. Not really going to speak on that too much because those of you who know who that is. So yeah, but everyone else did flawless. Very good. Obviously, there's a couple mistakes. Everyone does that, but we had a great time. Played a great show. Met some great people. Did some networking. Possibly had gotten other shows from that one. So that was really sick. I think my performance overall was really good. I'd probably give it a 7 or an 8 out of 10. I should have moved around a little bit more. Should have interacted with the crowd a little bit more. Just rookie stuff that I need to work on for my own personal, development and that kind of thing. Yeah. So another thing that happened, this is a couple years ago, so I'm gonna kind of tie this into the current state of my life, but a couple years ago, I got out of a really horrible relationship, very abusive, very toxic. Obviously we both kind of played into that. I'm sure I did some bad stuff too, so it's not all on this person, and those of you who know who I'm talking about, you know who it is. But, so it was just really bad. I was in a really dark place. I was doing a lot of stuff that I, didn't really feel, that was good to me. Like I didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel grounded or all those things that you're supposed to feel in a relationship. So, it ended and we went our separate ways and all that kind of stuff. And, I do have a lot of distaste and disdain for this person, but, I am working through that. So basically that led to me finding out that I'm bipolar and, I can go manic and have all these kinds of things. This mental health stuff, that's really been, that I had no idea. I've been undiagnosed bipolar 1 my entire life. I also had PTSD, that's my primary diagnosis, and then I have some other stuff that we're not really sure, so I'm not really going to talk about that. But, yeah, so life with that kind of stuff, I did go manic, I did do a lot of things that I wasn't really in control of at the time, so I do take responsibility for those things and accountability and all that good stuff, but I really wasn't in a good headspace, and I can't really remember everything that went down, but I will give you the gist. So, we break up and, I smoke a lot of weed, everyone knows that, and I was kind of withdrawing off of that and the bipolar and all that, so, we didn't really know what was going on. So I did go to the hospital, and I went to the mental hospital for a couple weeks, maybe even 3, and I kind of got all that shit sorted out, and ever since then, I moved back in with my parents for a little bit and did a short stint with them. It was kind of long. It was 2 years. So it wasn't, and that wasn't the greatest in itself, but, me and my family, I love them very dearly. We've had problems in the past and problems recently and all that, but, they're still my family, so I love them. And I won't speak on that too much, maybe further, but yeah, so it was just kind of rocky after that. It's been kind of rocky, been kind of a rocky, last couple of years, I guess, in a whole, but the last few months, probably the last 6 months, have been pretty chaotic, pretty tumultuous, but at the same time really good. And that's kind of the other things I was talking about have all kind of happened in this time. So it's been a journey. I have been doing better. I've been stable since I got out of the hospital. Haven't had any relapses, hadn't had any weird, things like that. It's gotten kind of crazy, and I've almost gone back to the hospital, but I didn't have to. I kind of reined myself in and, remained in control, you could say. So let's see, what else can we talk? Okay, so we could also talk about the group stuff that happened. So those of you who know that I was in a rap group called DMS, which stands for Dead Menace Society. This is actually where I got my start as a rapper when I first took my career seriously, and I've also made some good friends in that group who really helped me and really gave me the confidence to do this on my own. So I have a lot of good things, but I also have a lot of bad things to say, and we're not going to get into all of it, but yeah, so I think when I first started with that group, I was a couple years out of high school, and we were trying to write an album called Intellectual Minds, and it was going to be more of a boom bap style, like deep, hard kind of, life stuff, kind of the stuff I write right now, but just different production and different flavors and all that kind of stuff. So I basically had an audition, and I kind of nailed the audition, I guess is what they said. I kind of just came in and, presented myself naturally, showed them my raps, showed them my lyrical ability, all that kind of stuff, and they really liked it. So they took me in and kind of gave me my start, because before I'd been rapping on like beats that I was making on my phone, like on BandLab, and nothing was good. It wasn't really, it wasn't really who I was. I didn't know what I was doing. I was kind of lost, kind of on my own at this point. I had moved out. I was in that relationship that I talked about before. And so I wasn't really doing the best, but I wasn't in the worst spot either. So through this, I meet these people. We do good. We start making music together. I become a part of their group. They're really cool. A lot of chaotic stuff happened in the beginning, so the first time around it didn't really work out. I did put out a couple songs with them, which did decently on SoundCloud. Actually, well, they did great because that was my first song. So yeah, they popped off, obviously. But then after we did that, it kind of fizzled out. We went our separate ways. I gotta fix something real quick. Went our separate ways, and just kind of did our own things for a little bit, and then we kind of came back around to each other, and kind of came back around, did some stuff, did some more musical stuff. Didn't really work out, and then we tried it again. And by this point, we're on the third or fourth try of this group. And that kind of brings us up to speed to current times with the group. So the last time when I came back to my parents' house, I'm living with them, and there's some members in here that I don't really get along with anymore. Not gonna single those people out because I don't feel like that's fair. But some people know about what happened in this group this last time, and some people don't. So we'll just kind of see how this goes. But I did end up leaving the group. I didn't really talk to anyone prior to my decision. I kind of just said it on Instagram, which probably rubbed a couple of people the wrong way, which I understand, but I did what I had to do because there was personal differences within the group. It wasn't working. We had attempted to go to Idaho to work with somebody, and it did not work out. My steering ended up going out on the way there, and I almost crashed my car, but I didn't. So things in the group at this point were kind of starting to fizzle out again, I believe. At least for me, like I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't feeling inspired to create. It was kind of over. I was kind of over it. It was kind of like beating a dead horse. There's a lot of personal disagreements that I have my own opinions about, and things that went down that I don't fully agree with. So I had to step away for the betterment of my career, for my music, for my mental health, for my family. It was not a good feeling and a good look for me to be in that group still. So, unfortunately, I don't know if they're still doing stuff. I hope they are, without me, but I'm no longer a part of Dead Menace Society, and I will not be working with a couple of the members ever again, I don't think. That's just how I feel right now. But, yeah, so that's kind of the group stuff. If you have any questions, I can answer those later, maybe. So my newest inspiration for music and motivation comes from older trap styles and older funk stuff. So, and that's another thing, is musically we weren't really on the same terms either, and I think that kind of had a large part in how I felt about what I was doing. As you guys know, probably most of the music that I create and write is trap based. It's trap production, it's trap metal, it's funk, whatever you want to call it, those kinds of things. And I really wasn't resonating with the style that they were called to create, which is more of the boom bap, more acoustic, more real sounding percussion. I am a drummer too, so that I kind of know a lot about that side of it as well. So yeah, I just didn't really feel. It didn't feel like me. I'm a chill guy, but I'm a very angry. I have a lot of anger, and most of the music and stuff that I listen to is dark, and that's and fucked up, and that's kind of what I'm called to make. And I like that aggressive trap style production. So that's kind of what I gravitate towards more, and that's kind of what I started listening when I first got into rap. That's what I listened to. So that's kind of just what is called out of me. And I think that had a lot to do with why the DMS stuff didn't work, was because that's not what they make. So, or that is what they make. So yeah. So I was at this point, my inspiration comes from groups like Raider Clan, 3 6 Mafia, like a lot of Florida Southern shit. Like for whatever reason, like I realized Suicide Boys, those kinds of groups, Ghostman, I could go on and on. Wolf, all those people, like Yellow Wolf, obviously Kasky and Tasty, like just really good Southern lyricism, hard hitting, that kind of stuff, deep, introspective, but also like fun and lighthearted. So just a good mix of kinds of those kinds of rap styles and things. That's what I'm really called to. I do really like dark spiritual stuff. So the rap sigils and all that. Like I'm sure there's not a lot of truth to that, but even if there is, like I love that kind of weird occulty stuff. Like obviously my name DeathCab666. It's everywhere. That's my there's two reasons for that. Also because I come from the area code 360, so 36 is 666, that kind of shit. But also mark of the number of the beast, all that kind of shit. Whatever you want to think. So that kind of stuff. I'm really into that. I'm really into witchcraft and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and rip that G59 chain as well. So just that kind of shit. Ramirez, all those groups. I really love that hard gangster kind of vibe. And I'm not a gangster by any means, but that's just what I'm called to. That's what I'm called to make, is that kind of stuff. So so yeah, those are kind of my inspirations and motivations to continue to create. If I would have found these people way before, it probably would have accelerated my approach and my output a little bit, but it's all good. So let's see what else we got. Yeah. So my favorite new music that's come out, there's a lot of contenders for album of the year this year. I'm actually gonna say, there's Yellow Wolf. He put out War Story. That one's fucking insane. Suicide Boys did New World Depression. That's really good. Ski Mask dropped 11th Dimension. That's really good. Fucking Ramirez he dropped like a short little project. It's really good, but then he's been dropping singles. And then fucking of course Denzel, he just dropped King of the Mischievous South Volume 2, and that is like exactly I'm into, all that kind of stuff. Denzel Curry, yeah. And then who else? I know there's a couple more. I think I'm forgetting. But yeah, that kind of stuff. Southern hard stuff, And then what else? Yeah, so the shit that we're doing for 2025 is like like I said, we got the opportunity to go to a different country and play a show that was pretty sick. We can't do it obviously this time around because we got stuff going on and life's crazy, but yeah, so more kinds of that. I'm hoping to do more bigger shows, and we do have the resources to put those up now. So yeah, so if you or anyone out there knows like bigger shows that we could be a part of, go ahead and DM me or send me an email. I do all the booking and that kind of stuff. I'm kind of the band manager in this kind of sense. I do all the bookings and promotions and all that kind of stuff. That's at least online. That's what I do. Yeah, so if you have any shows or any information about that kind of stuff, don't send that to Death Machine. Send that to me. But yeah, so our goals and aspirations for 2025: playing bigger shows, obviously making more music and doing all that kind of stuff, building our fan base up, just kind of, living the life on the come up, not really doing anything too crazy, but if we could go to somewhere else, out of state, out of country, that kind of stuff, that would be really cool, because I know that SB did like a little show in Russia, and they got like paid like $5,000 or something to go there and do that, and it turned out really well for them. It was really fun. So and that's kind of what this opportunity is to me. It's kind of like that. So I know that it would really help us out. So hopefully in the future we can do more things like that. Just keep grinding. Yeah, like I know before people showed up, or before this person showed up, I kind of talked about like who I am, the new projects that we've been working on, all that kind of stuff. So to reiterate that, Death Drive will be coming out hopefully at the beginning of next year, I think, and that'll have a lot of songs that we've been working on this year. So yeah, just stuff to kind of look forward to. For me is like new music. I'm gonna try to do live streams more because I actually did have a lot of fun doing this, even though my fucking broke my headphones and my mic fell over, but it's fine. So it's got a couple dents in it, but whatever. Yes, I'm probably gonna try to do this a little bit more, interact with people. I know that that's really a big, important part of being a musician is talking to people, and even if one person shows up, like right now, it's still cool. So, yeah, um, yeah, that's kind of all I got, I think, for this time. But yeah, just I'm gonna keep grinding. I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep preaching that positivity type shit. I don't like none of the hate mongering or blanket statements. I hate all that stuff. So just gonna you know keep trying to do my thing and really build up our fan base and all that. But yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Shout out your best school friend for joining up and checking this out. Um, but yeah, I'm Death Cab from Death Machine or Death Cab from SDC now. But yeah, all right, guys, keep it 100. Make that money.